This is the Vancouver Canucks update that we have been waiting for all week, signaling the end of one very particular Latvian goaltender's time with the team. Let's refer to a few sources that went out there and spoke earlier this morning about Vancouver goaltending. You had Donnie and Dolly, their opening segment from earlier this morning, and it's a short clip, it's only 2 minutes long, and Vancouver Canucks News Summaries went out there and summarized this very quick clip here. When it comes to the Vancouver Canucks and Thatcher Demko, negotiations slowed down a little bit over the weekend because of the draft. However, this will get done. Maybe this afternoon. Demko is 100% healthy and on the ice. Meanwhile, when it comes to Canucks Latvian goaltending sensation Arturs Silovs, the Vancouver Canucks are now shopping him. Furthermore, you also had Darren Dreger speak out about this on Sakaris and Price. Regarding the Thatcher Demko extension in Vancouver, it's beyond likely. It's going to get done. Now, we're going to wait a little while, I guess, before the actual signing gets made. Thatcher Demko is not eligible to sign an extension until tomorrow. This is because his final year of his deal kicks in tomorrow. His contract goes on till the end of 25-26. He's making $5 million a year right now. He could be making upwards of, let's just say $7 million a year next season. Rick Dhaliwal tossed out some numbers last week on Halford and Brough. He said kind of roughly maybe 4 to 6 years, 7-ish million. That could be the ballpark for this Demko extension. And here's the thing that I think a lot of Canucks fans are thinking about. If the Vancouver Canucks do pay Thatcher Demko, let's say $7 million a year, or not 7, let's say 7.5. If the Canucks pay Demko 7.5, that's going to round things out with Kevin Lankinen in the $12 million a year range for two goaltenders. Do the Canucks want to spend $12 million a year till the end of 2030 on two goalies? It really doesn't sound ideal when you put it out like that, but then you think about it and it's like, okay, well, the cap is going up, and Demko is a very good goalie, and you think about some of the other tandems around the NHL. I mean, Sergei Bobrovsky's making 10, and so if he's making 10 and the backup's making less than $1 million, then that's maybe around the same dollar amount there. It's fine. It's not that bad. Teams are going to be investing money in goaltending the next little while here. They're starting to understand the importance of a strong duo, and with the Edmonton Oilers getting absolutely toasted in the finals this year due to a number of factors, but in particular goaltending, I think this will really start to set a new status quo around the NHL where goaltending is prioritized. And especially in Vancouver, you know, they have two good goaltenders in Lankinen and Demko. It is quite noteworthy as well that Demko is fully healthy and he is starting to skate again too, which hopefully will bleed well into next season and beyond. He is a Vezina caliber goaltender when he is on top of his game. It's just throughout the course of this previous year he was not on top of his game. And that's kind of why I think we're seeing this now too. It's already been very well documented that Demko wants to stay in Vancouver, and heading into a contract year, that was going to be really important. If they didn't have that idea already established, like, okay, does Demko want to stay or does Demko want to leave? Okay, he's iffy about it, let's just say. If he's iffy about it, then the Canucks have no choice. They got to trade this guy. Because Arturs Silovs requires waivers, and if the Canucks want to be competitive, trading away Demko and helping the team out with some assets will be better than keeping him for a year where he's not going to be guaranteed to be coming back, and then he leaves in a year for nothing. Vancouver just could not afford to take the same risks that they did with Besser and Suter with Demko this upcoming season. And I know that's kind of redundant to say because, oh yeah, last year we were saying the same thing. The Canucks could not take risks on these guys, but they did, and inevitably it didn't work out because now they're going to be going to the market. Thatcher the Snatcher, though, is in a tighter spot because there's a very big chokehold on the goaltending position. You've got one guy who's guaranteed to be sticking around in Lankinen. You've got another who just absolutely teared the roof off in the AHL playoffs in Silovs. And you've got a third who was a Vezina caliber goalie last year. So, really, it was pick your poison, and you already had one guarantee in Lankinen. The Canucks were not going to go with 3 goalies, that didn't really seem to be the plan, and with Tolopilo and Young being the Abbotsford guys next year, it just squeezed Arturs Silovs out. He is no longer going to be an option for the Vancouver Canucks thinking about the next few months, and as such, his name has been tossed out there in trade rumors now. He is on the market. And I have no doubt that if the Vancouver Canucks were to hold on to Silovs and they were to send him down on waivers, let's say the last day before the regular season begins in September or October or whatever, if that was the case, there will likely be at least 2 or 3 teams that take a flyer on Arturs Silovs, that think that he is an upgrade on their own backup goaltending position, and then just try to figure out what to do with the other pieces after. I have no doubt that there is at least one NHL team out there who internally thinks, man, that Arturs Silovs, he's better than our backup. Like Columbus, for example. They might want to take a swing on another Latvian goaltender. There's a lot of history there. There's definitely at least a team or 2 or 3 that would see Silovs as an upgrade, and therefore I don't think it's wise for Vancouver to just expose him to waivers next year. They can't pull off a Jacob Markstrom of 10 years ago. They can't send him through waivers and have him clear. That's going to be really difficult. So ultimately, it's going to boil down to what the Canucks are able to get out of Silovs, and realistically, when you think about the long-term development and the asset management here, Arturs Silovs was a 6th-round pick in 2019, so if the Canucks are able to get anything over a 6th-round pick for this guy in a trade, it's automatically seen as a pretty big win, if I do say so myself. So if he gets a 2nd-round pick, or if he gets a 3rd, or if he gets a roster player, or if he gets somebody else, there is value there. And Patrick Allvin would have been cashing in on a long-term Vancouver Canucks investment from the Benning days. Yeah, right? It's kind of weird to think that Arturs Silovs was drafted by Benning, but that was the case in 2019. He was drafted on the same day that the Vancouver Canucks traded for JT Miller. That's a big piece of trivia there for you. Remember that? JT Miller trade goes down day 2 of the draft and everybody freaks out and says it's a bad trade. The good old days of Canucks YouTube. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about these updates in regards to Thatcher Demko. He is going to sign. He is coming back. Meanwhile, Artie Party Arturs Silovs is officially on the trade block, and we are here to speculate all as to what's going to happen with him and his career in the NHL. Because he does deserve a career in the NHL. He's worked himself up and he's in that spot now. He can be a backup. He just needs to find the right opening. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this British Rolls 99. And bye.